Hi, I'm Angela from Camera Jabber. I'm here on the Canon stand at the photography show, and I'm talking to David Parry. David, you're going to tell us a little bit about the M50.
Yeah, sure. So here he is. So this is the new M50. This is our latest mirrorless camera. It's actually the fastest mirrorless camera we've ever produced. Reason being, it's used at 10 frames a second. It also does 4K movie capability as well. So it's our first camera of this type that does a 4K movie, which for us is really, really exciting. Obviously, it's one of our mirrorless line of cameras, so it takes the EFS style lenses, which we've got in our lineup. And also, if we use the mount, it will actually take our EF lenses as well. Yeah. So you can put pretty much any of our 120 lenses on here. Very, very simple to use. Yeah. So if this is the first camera of this type that you've ever had, you'll find it very, very simple and very easy to get yourself started with in photography. Little viewfinder, variable angle touchscreen.
Really neat size, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's very small and lightweight for the capability. It's also got what I really like about this, it's got a mic input as well. Okay. So if you do a lot of vlogs and this kind of thing, this would be a really great camera to use.
So is that who you're aiming at? Is it vloggers or is it first-time photographers, SLR owners?
Well, to be honest with you, it's actually all three. I mean, initially this is designed towards people who are just starting out in photography, but I have to say, at the show here, we're getting loads of people who are using our SLRs, things like 6D or 5D or something like that, that are looking for something small and lightweight, simple to use, but will also give them amazing image quality. And it's fantastic to see all these different types of people interested in a product of this type.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, and that's an electronic viewfinder, obviously.
Yes, it is. It's our highest resolution one we do. 2.36 million dots, so it's a really high resolution viewfinder. Really nice and clear, and it's great to have all the information in the viewfinder. Yeah. Something else actually really nice on this one, something that's come from our M5, is that when you are using the viewfinder, you can still use the touchscreen to select your AF points. And I know you're a big fan of that, aren't you? You do like that feature.
Yeah, that's really useful. So you don't have to muck about pressing buttons. You can just drag the AF point where you want it.
Yep, even with the camera up to your eye, yeah.
Okay, so now another clever bit of technology you've got is the Speedlight 470EX
That's
AI.
Right. Yeah, this is a personal favourite of mine. When we first saw this, we couldn't believe it. It was fantastic. Yeah. So there hasn't been much, I think, change in technology in flash for quite a while, but this is something that I think is really exciting. So this is all about bounce flash photography. Right. Now, bounce flash photography is relatively difficult to do. Mm-hmm. You've got to get the angle absolutely perfect. If you don't, what can happen is if you have the bounce angle too far forward, you get shadows under the eyes and this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Too far back, you end up using way too much battery power. So we've created this, which will work out the perfect angle for your bounce flash. Yeah. Now, I need to really show this to show what this can do. Let's see if we can do this now. So I've got it on top of a 6D Mark II here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point at my subject over here, and then I'm actually going to use the button on the side of the camera here to activate the flash. So first of all, I'll put it onto its fully automatic mode. So I've told it I want to use fully automatic bounce mode. Okay, so there's a little switch here, which none of our other flash guns has got this switch. So you've got semi-automatic and fully automatic, and I'll show you the semi-automatic in a minute as well. So that's fully automatic. So now if I put this up to my face, I've got it pointed at my subject. I push the button on the front of the camera. Now see the flash fired twice. What it's doing is looked at the distance to my subject, looked at the distance to the ceiling, and worked out the perfect angle to get the perfect bounce shot. So then I can take my shot. Now what's really exciting about this flash gun, what I really like, is that if I change my orientation of the camera, the flash gun will actually know that and change as well. So I'm going to do it the wrong way just so you can see it on the camera, but if I go that way, if I press the shutter button, the flash gun has automatically moved but kept at the same angle. So I can shoot at this angle, and if I go back, it's moved back round and fired again.
That's really useful, isn't it?
Which, the amount of times that I've been shooting, gone bounce and accidentally changed my angle, not realised that I'm shooting flash and shot off into the room or whatever. It's a really nice way to shoot. So that's the fully automatic, because you're going back to its normal setting. Now the semi-automatic I really like. If you do a lot of portrait photography and things like that, and you say, I tell you what, I want to bounce off a particular wall, say for instance I'm going to bounce off this nice white wall here. If I set it on the semi-automatic mode, push the button in the side, and then turn the flash gun round, I'm saying, right, I'm going to bounce off there, so I can take my shot. If I then move the camera, you'll see the flash gun is moving to keep itself pointed at that wall, to give me that shot, so it keeps it to that angle. Yeah. So I say it's a very different piece of technology, but it's really helpful for people who shoot or do a lot of bounce flash.
So that's using artificial intelligence?
Yes.
And now you've got some concept cameras that take that a little bit further?
Yeah, we're really lucky at the show here to be able to get hold of these concept cameras, which have never been seen in the UK before. Now, there's no guarantees we're going to bring these to market. This is just something we're experimenting with, and we want to show what goes on in the background. So, two little cameras here. So we've got these two to show, which are really unusual little cameras. I love this little guy here. I think he's fantastic. And basically what they are... Yeah, go on. Yeah. So basically what this one is, this is a fully automatic, fully... a camera that basically do everything itself. You don't have to do anything. And this is a little camera inside here, and this all moves around and will track your subject and look at different things. So the idea of this is that, say for instance, if you go on a picnic or something like that, you set this camera up maybe on top of the picnic basket or whatever, just set it up, and you just let it do its thing. You wouldn't touch it, and you sit there, have your food, or you let the children play around, and this will move around, and it'll take various pictures throughout the day of all things that's going on. And then at the end of the day, you'll have all these images, and you don't have to be that photographer behind the camera. You're letting this little device do it itself. It comes with different mounts. You can get different mounts for it. So this bottom comes off, and there's things that can go on. You can wear it around your neck. Yeah, mini tripod. You can wear it around your neck. So if you went on a city break, you could just be walking around, and this will be moving around and taking pictures of all different angles. It's to give you a different sort of look and feel to the images that you take, or give you a different selection of pictures. Now, what I have seen is I've seen this on top of an 80D.
Yes.
So it's perched on top of the camera, like you would a flash gun. I think that's great. If you're shooting a wedding or something like that, you'd be taking your professional photos with the camera. But you'd also have this on top, going around taking all these different shots.
So if something was happening to the side of you, you could turn around and take a few photos.
Yep, and so you'd have all these extra images that you could choose from your special day. And I think that's really exciting. Nice. Yeah, it's really good.
So that's that one.
Yep.
And then we've got this little white one.
So yeah, this is a little modular-style camera. I say modular because it comes apart. And there's various different backs and accessories that we're looking at to bring with this. Now, the idea of this is to work on its own, or you can use it with your smartphone. There's a little flick on the side here, so you can plug your smartphone into there, and you can use that as the screen. So you can take that off the back, and you can use your smartphone as the screen, and you can take pictures and things like that. Or you can use it on its own. This one we're planning to put a 400mm lens inside it. That's one thing that's really exciting. It'll be image stabilised, and just be a really nice little addition to your smartphone, I suppose.
Any thoughts on the sensor size in there?
No, we haven't been asked about that. I'd love to see a 1-inch sensor or something like that inside. It would be awesome. But the reason why we brought these to show is really to get feedback, see what people think, see what people would like from Canon, and what kind of new and innovative products we've got. But this is like a little monocular that fits on the back, so you can use it like a small camera like that. It's a great little size and shape, I think. Something that's great fun. It's a little mount on the bottom as well, so you can stand it up. Yeah. If you want to do like video blogs or something like that, you have that ability.
Neat. So you mentioned about asking, what people want to see from Canon. One thing that we keep hearing that everybody wants is a full-frame mirrorless camera. So can you give us an official statement on that?
Well, we don't have anything like totally official that we can say about that, but you're not the first person to ask that. People have been asking for full-frame mirrorless from us for quite a while now. We have to remember we've got up to 17 different EOS products in our lineup for all different types of photography. Whether you're starting out, whether you're really advanced, whether you're a full-season professional, we have these types of products for you. We also have over 120 different lenses in our lineup, so we have lots of different cameras for lots of different people. We are looking at the different types of mirrorless, and all this feedback we are definitely taking on board. We have to think about lots of various different things and making sure that we create the right products for the right people. It's things like 4K. We weren't the first people to bring 4K to the market, but when it was right, when we had the technology perfectly right, we did do this. There's lots of things you have to think about, the size of the camera. It's amazing how a lot of the mirrorless cameras are getting a lot larger now, and they're getting closer to the size of the standard SLRs. And you need to think about battery life and weatherproofing and all these things. So, there's no guarantees that Canon will bring anything to the market. I'm not saying that we definitely are doing it, but it is technology that we are looking at. And if we feel it's right for us to do that and put it into our lineup, maybe it's something we will look at. But we'll have to.
So keep an eye on Canon. And keep an eye on Camera Jabber, and together we'll probably see something at some point, maybe.
You never know what's going to happen. It's the way photography is changing is really, really exciting, and it's people asking for this equipment that drives the market and makes things really, really exciting. So
people need to get in touch and keep up a dialogue.
Absolutely, please do. Please do. We're looking for feedback. We are listening. We do bring things to market when people ask us. So I think the future for photography is really, really exciting.
It is exciting. I agree. It's a very exciting time right now. So thanks very much, David.
No problem.
Thank you.